Well, another bombshell has been dropped on the NIL in college football. This time on Ohio State, the Big Ten, the NCAA, and Learfield Network, Ohio State's radio broadcast network. I freaking knew Terrelle Pryor was going to be the one to sue the Big Ten and the NCAA. He's that type of dude. When I saw Denard and Braylon and Mike Hart and Sean Crable suing the Big Ten and NCAA for Michigan, I said, oh, a Buckeye player will follow, and it's going to be TP. And here we freaking are. Terrelle Pryor doing it. I'll tell you what, man. I follow him on Instagram begrudgingly. He is not an upstanding individual, in my humble opinion. He's not the kind of guy I would value as a friend, but I follow out of curiosity to see where his life is going to lead and where it's going to go. Now, here's the thing. He is not hurting for money. This brother is out golfing every day. Okay, so he is doing quite well. He invested his funds that he made in the NFL very well. He bought a construction business. And essentially, I think he either sold that construction business or remodeling business, or he just handed it off to somebody else. Because that dude's stories every day used to be about this company and building it up. Now it's just all about golfing. Now, the Michigan players are seeking $50 million. And so that's what they're going after. We don't know what TP is going after at this point. I'm sure it's more because he's vouching on behalf of all former Ohio State athletes that have been used on these platforms. I guarantee his image is plastered all over the Woody Hayes Athletic Center with the Rose Bowl trophy, the Sugar Bowl trophy, Big Ten championship trophies, silver football trophies. I mean, he freaking did it all at Ohio State. He won it all except the national title. I understand why he's got a grudge against the NCAA. They took away his best shot at a national title in the 2011 season. I know Alabama and LSU got to square it off, but if Ohio State had been fully loaded that year with Jim Tressel intact, with Boom Herron, Mike Adams, DeVere Posey, and Terrelle Pryor, that was the peak of the Terrelle Pryor years. And Jim Tressel was loading up for another national title run. And they were definitely going to make a shot. And probably would have taken a slot in that title game. Not saying they would have won. But I imagine they would have been there. But my goodness, man. I mean, NIL, dude. It's like, listen. Like, you signed up for college athletics for what it was for 120, 130 years. Not benefiting off your name, image, and likeness. Now, I see arguments for and against it. Now, I personally am vehemently against it. I think it's ruining and wrecking the college sport that I love, but it's the era we're in, and so I am embracing it. I'm learning to adapt slowly. I'm very boomer in that essence. I'm very much a college football purist and traditionalist, but I understand that things have changed. You got to adapt and change with the times. But Pryor, Herron, Adams, Posey, all these guys, all these former Buckeye players signed up to play at Ohio State, knowing that they couldn't benefit off their name, image, and likeness, and now they're trying to collect on what money was never theirs in the first place. It's entitlement at its peak. Many former players from the Tressel era have made themselves known at Ohio State, show up on game days, love being around campus, love being around the shoe. Terrelle Pryor, he's living his life out in Pennsylvania, man. He ain't concerned about one thing that's going on at Ohio State, whether good or bad. Now, I love me some TP, too, in a Buckeye uniform, in Scarlet Gray. He won it all, like I said. You should go watch my 2008 video of his commitment to Ohio State the day he committed. It's the highest video viewed on the channel ever, 13,500 views. So, this is not me turning my back on Terrelle Pryor. I'm just disappointed. And frankly, a little bit upset. Little side tangent here. I mean, you got players entering free agency saying, I'm gonna sit out the rest of the year on winning teams and see what I can get from NIL to start my life with a little cushion and a little pad, because I don't have a future in the NFL. And we're seeing players sitting out seasons now and having holdouts for NIL and quitting on the teams, man. But that's a whole nother side thing. I made a video on that, or short on that earlier. But Terrelle Pryor suing the Buckeyes, suing the NCAA, suing the Big Ten and Suing Learfield Network. What do you guys think about this, man? I need to hear your thoughts. I know I have a controversial take. I know I have a controversial opinion on this. I get it. I understand. But listen, man. Feel free to share your opinion. I'm not going to attack you in the comments or anything. I do want to hear from you. My co-host Rob, I mean, he's all in on NIL, and I agree with his stance. If you don't play the NIL game, you get left behind. I fully agree with that. And Ohio State has one of the best NIL programs in the country. That was clearly on display this offseason and will be this upcoming offseason as well. So I'm not anti-NIL per se. I just think it's wrecked a lot of the things I love about college football. But as always, share your thoughts down below. What do you guys think? Is Terrelle Pryor a Buckeye? Is he fake Buckeye? In your opinion, what do you think about this? I'm sure you're going to have plenty of thoughts. And this is just my 2 cents. I'd love to hear your opinion and see what you got to say. But go Bucks and God bless. We'll see you on the next one.